Okay, y'all. So this is a little bit of a little impromptu video. I kind of just casually dropped everything I'm doing since I'm so busy. But no, like dead ass, this is a little bit more of an impromptu video because I just got this thought in my head because I'm, laying at home chilling, thinking it's nighttime right now. And I'm just thinking about reflecting on the last 2-3 weeks. We just got out of a retrograde season, and this retrograde, see, look, my eyebrows fucking like whatever. But okay, so retrograde tends to cause a little bit of stress and havoc in some people's lives, and a lot of people have been talking about how their retrograde experience has been like insane. And I'm gonna go ahead and be candid and say that mine has been pretty fucking insane as well. Like, hold on, because I cannot hold this thing in my arm. I don't know why I thought that I was gonna be like filming y'all a whole video like that. I don't know who the fuck I thought I was. I don't know who I thought I was. Like, I thought I was gonna hold the phone in my arm like that for the whole time. Not happening. But so anyway, hey, let me get you at the right angle. Okay, so yeah, retrograde was like a really stressful time for like a lot of people, understandably so. And so I willfully will admit, I'm vulnerably going to admit, okay, that I definitely had a time. This past 2 weeks has been a time for me. And I tell you guys all the time that this is the beginning of my journey too. Like, I've only scratched the surface of where I want to be able to go and where I know that I can push myself and you can push yourself to be. And so I lost my marbles a little bit. Okay, lost my marbles a little bit, and I had to really like sit myself down, and I had to ask myself, like, okay, why do you feel like you're here right now? And what's the one thing that you can point out to yourself that led you to this place? And I know that for me, it's about the diligence and the consistency. I wasn't affirming the way that I should have been. I wasn't staying on top of my mental diet the way that I should have been. And if I was, that would have made my reaction to the 3D a lot less dramatic than what it was. However, with all that said, even though I know I reacted to the 3D and I did something that just was a little too, I don't want to say uncalled for, but just a little out of character, just because of all the high emotions, the heightened emotions that I was feeling around that time, I forgive myself. I'm not going to hold myself hostage and think of myself in that form. Well, I made a mistake, so no, we're not doing that. So basically, I'm telling that whole story because my whole point in telling this to y'all is that even like me as a coach, I get discouraged at moments. I'm a person too. And so I feel like it's important for you to have steps to implement when you get to this place and when you feel discouraged and when you catch yourself saying things like this that you don't want to align with your reality. And the number one thing that I really feel like that needs to be like drilled for real is persistence. That's the name of this game. Persistence, 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 persistence. Persistence is what's going to stabilize you. Persistence is what's going to make you understand that this is your truth. This is the truth that you are selecting for yourself because you are the God of your reality. The second thing, and I really feel like this is super important and also doesn't get talked about enough. Sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. That also doesn't get talked about enough to me, but Kim Velez says it a lot, so I just love it. But the constant reminder that it all has to do with self. I'm trying to think of the exact way. Is that the way that Kim phrases it? No one to change but self. No one to change but self. No one to change but self, which is basically meaning that if you're going in your reality and you're looking at someone to point a finger at and you want to say, oh, well, this person did this thing to me and that's why I acted like that, or this person did this, or, just trying to change the person so that you can get them to do what you want so that you can feel better. No, we're not doing that. No one to change but self. You do not have to go out into the 3D and try to force other people to do certain things for you. When you change your concept of self, it's going to happen anyway. When you change your concept of self and you change your perspective on how things go for you, it's going to work in your favor anyway. So That is what that means, and I feel like we need to drill that home, because a lot of people will like want to manifest an SP, which is absolutely perfectly fine, no problem with that, but don't want to do self-concept, and that ain't gonna work.
I'm going to interject real fast. What I meant to say is you can manifest anything and anyone without a good self-concept and without working on self-concept. You just might not sustain it because you didn't work on your self-concept.
That ain't gonna work, because that's a whole nother discussion, okay? But and then number 3, for real, is turning back to your resources. And I feel like this is something that happens to me oftentimes when I get really overwhelmed. I sometimes forget that I have a freaking encyclopedia threshold of information right in front of my fucking 2 fingertips. So that means I'm gonna open my playlist on YouTube. I'm gonna listen to my affirmations. I'm gonna go watch my law of assumption content. I'm gonna go consume that. Okay, you guys. Or I'm gonna come on my YouTube and I'm gonna tell y'all about my experience so that we can get it crack-a-lackin' and we can get it together. Okay? And so number 3 is your resources, all right? But here's what I also want to talk about. I woke up this morning, I wasn't feeling the best this morning. I wasn't. And I told myself, you know, I'm gonna stick to my self-concept. I'm not about to let the 3D or any circumstances bully me, because that's not finna be that's not it. That's not the trajectory of my life that I'm following, that I'm rewriting for myself. It don't look like this. This ain't my 3D. Okay, I'm lost. I'm losted. Okay, but no. So I told myself, like, no, circumstances outside of me are not gonna bully me, because everything's working in my favor. The 3D is working in my favor, even when there's movement that I can't see in the background. Something's always benefiting me, always, all the time. So I go into my spiel. And middle of the day comes, I get some of the best news ever. Okay? I get a brand sponsorship from a big brand that we all know and love, and they offering to pay your girl a nice chunk of money. I'm like, okay, see, the universe does want you to be happy. Okay, the universe wants good for you. The universe just wants you to want it for yourself first. That's all. And I just keep pressing gas. Keep pressing gas on what it is you want. Speak it up. Because it doesn't have any choice. Nothing outside of you has a choice. So anyway, y'all. I know this was a little scattered because it was so impromptu. It was a little all over the place, but I just wanted to upload because I know I've been a little lost, but I am still here. I'm still working on my website. So God be with me. But I love you guys. You already know the drill. And until next time, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.